What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite, least educated music talk show. Is it a talk show? Music anything on the internet? We Don't Know Toots, hosted by Rob and Steve.
Toot.
There's the theme song right there.
Wrote it myself.
This is the podcast where you come to hear two guys who have zero music education and zero music knowledge in general, and just come and talk about music anyways, because we have no fear.
No, sir.
We have no fear and no toot knowledge, and
But an overcompensating
actually.
sense of confidence.
exactly, and that's exactly the formula you need for a podcast anyways, so
Yeah,
it works out.
uneducated podcasts tend to do the best. The ones where the people don't know what they're talking about, those seem to be the winners.
There's no lies there, but today we figured... So, actually, okay, before we actually get started, I need to apologize to the listeners, and I explained this to you, Steve, but we didn't have an episode 2 weeks ago because I don't know what went wrong on my end, but when I was editing, I realized that my audio was just cutting out every couple minutes. I don't know what was going on, and I noticed it the first time, and I kind of made it work, kind of edited around it, but then it kept happening, and I quickly realized it was past the point of no return. It was basically just you going for an entire podcast.
And that would have been a pretty good podcast, but I felt bad leaving
It would
you
be
out.
good ASMR, like white noise, go to sleep music. Just
There you go.
co-host of, I bet a lot of people search co-host of We Don't Know Toots, white noise sleep ASMR,
Well, that's our
just to hear you go
that's our spin-off is We Don't Know ASMR, and it's just
and we just kind of wing it.
yeah.
I feel like this could be good ASMR, and it's just like you licking the microphone.
Which I do that all the time anyway, so I might as well share it
Yeah,
with
we've
others.
got hours of unused footage.
Yeah. Gotta do
Well,
something.
today's episode, we decided to embrace the fact that we don't know music and cover a lot of music at once. So we jumped into our Spotify release radar and listened through it once or twice, picked out a couple songs, and we want to talk about them. What's new in... Well, the thing about Spotify release radar is it's tailored to us, so it's tailored to the listener, the user. So what's new in our circles, I guess?
Getting a behind-the-scenes look at what Toots bless our ear holes.
Before we start this, I do want to say that Spotify, what is it, the blend that they do, the blend feature that I had me and you do, where it blends your music tastes.
Yeah.
I've been listening to mine and yours a lot, actually.
Yeah.
It's hitting the spot. It keeps bringing up some of the old stuff that we listen to, but also a lot of the new stuff that we both like, and a couple new things that I'd never heard from your end, and a couple of stuff that I'm into recently. So
Nice.
it's just really scratching that musical itch for me recently.
I love
Thought you
to
should
hear
know.
it. Yeah, I definitely noticed. So we did that blend playlist a couple weeks ago, and I definitely noticed some of your music influencing my release radar. I had some Trippie Redd and some stuff like that in my...
Well, without spoiling too much, I do not listen to Trippie Redd, so
Yeah.
it's just...
But I definitely don't listen. He's a little closer to your world than mine.
Yeah.
But
Well, I thought I'd kick us off
all right.
with a song that I would guess there's a good chance that you also had in your release radar, because it featured a band that we both listened to. It's Elenium. It's Back to You featuring All Time Low.
Yeah.
Did you have that one?
Yeah. How'd you feel about
What
it?
did you think about that one?
Oh.
Oh.
The old switcher. I thought it was fun. I thought it was good, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was a good mix of the two styles, the
Yeah,
two bands.
I the one of the things that I kind of like about older pop punk, which is what All Time Low is, definitely, is like the kind of scratchier, lower quality music. So now that All Time Low's
Yeah,
recording, like their voice recording is so smooth, it kind of like loses a little bit of that All Time Low effect. But I still like All Time Low. Like I still have,
they're losing their edge.
yeah, but they're not, you know, angry at their parents and needing to get out of this town anymore. I just don't know what to do. It's like we
They
have
don't want to have a
nothing in
pizza party
common.
with their friends.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I thought it was a good song. You know, it's a cool
Yeah,
collab or whatever you call it.
yeah. I liked Alex Gathkar's voice with like Millennium's music. I thought that was a good match for them.
Yeah.
But
It's
as far as I don't know if I'd nowadays consider pop all time low pop punk. I'd consider more like pop rock if we're gonna
nowadays,
get nitpicky. Yeah, if we're gonna get like nitpicky about subgenres.
definitely, yes.
But but yeah, that was still a good collab. And as far as collabs with pop rock bands go, Millennium. As far as Millennium's collabs with pop rock bands go, I would still pick "Good Things Fall Apart" by with John Bellion.
Uh,
That's like my all time favorite Millennium song.
I don't know if I
So
knew that
good.
too.
Oh, I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure I've played it. And I'm sure I've added it to a playlist or two.
I'll bet, yeah. But yeah,
But yeah,
but
that's a
that's a good, that back to you. But that was a good you know, good guitar loud kind of song, you know. It's not too
yeah,
chill. That seems like a lot of bands that you and I used to like. That seems like what several of them are starting to go more towards is like that chill,
more
laid back.
electronic sound.
Yeah. So this I liked it because it, you know, it was not, I don't want to say heavy as if it was like, you know, metal or something like that, but it's heavier than some of their new stuff. So some of All Time Low's new
That's fair.
stuff. So I thought it was a good song.
Yeah. What you got up first on your list here?
All right. So I had a song called um Dummy by Portugal the Man, and it's the Chrome Sparks remix. So I liked it a lot. Okay. So listeners, spoiler alert, my release radar was literal booty. It was not good. So I'm
I mean, mine's been better.
yeah, like basically what I've got here is I've got 5 songs and 4 of them were fine and one of them is trash, and I wanted to point out the
I mean,
trash one for the sake of conversation.
I was able to pull 10 at least, just to have some like talking points, I guess.
I just
You can
didn't.
discuss them with me whether or not you know them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Continue.
But so this song, it's super catchy though. It's a good song. It'd be good
Yeah,
dance music.
I've enjoyed some Portugal the Man in the
Yeah.
past. They got some good jams.
Yeah, and it'd be good dance music. It's kind of what I was thinking. It was kind of making me want to move while I was listening to it. But
Really, dance music.
like,
Okay,
yeah,
maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
well, it's a remix. So I guess he made
Oh
the
yeah, you
song
did
with
say
Chrome
remix. Okay,
Sparks
yeah,
and Chrome
yeah.
Sparks remix. I don't know if that how whatever. But it's got like a futuristic music kind of vibe to it. So
Okay.
it's pretty good. It's I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty much my take on that song. I'd recommend it to you. I think you might. I don't know. I don't know what kind of
I might
dance
give it a
music
peep.
playlists you've got, but I'm talking like wedding song where you don't have to be good at dancing to it. It just makes you want to move, not like
Just kind of jump around music.
yeah, a little bit like that. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's not too shabby, I'd say. Yeah, and I like the cover art, at least the one that's on Spotify. Spotify seems to change out the cover art every once in a while, but it's kind of got like that
Yeah. I've
psychedelic,
noticed that.
what was that game that was like that teacup,
Cuphead?
Cuphead. Yeah, it's kind of got like that animation, like
Yeah, that's
psychedelic
psychedelic.
Psychedelic Cuphead animation to it.
I always think of that animation. I always call it like old Disney.
Yeah,
like old cartoon,
yeah, kind of
like 50s cartoon or whatever.
this is like dirty old psychedelic Disney. But
Interesting.
yeah, so solid song. I'd recommend it.
Your album art review kind of intrigues me more than the review of the music itself.
Oh, look it up. You'll scoop what I'm poop as soon as you see that.
All right, fine. Let's see. Well, what was the song called?
Dummy, Chrome Sparks
Oh yeah,
remix.
dummy. Not fummy, dumb idiot.
You stupid boy.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
It is. So
Definitely that old cartoony style for sure.
yeah, pretty sure my description was spot on. So that's what I've got. That's my first song that I've got for you. How about you dish me out a hot scoop of your second song from your release
A
radar?
hot scoop of toots.
Yeah,
Well,
toot 'em all out.
I mean, so I actually have like a few EDM songs right in a row here, and coincidentally, my next one was also a Millennium song. I guess he came out with two songs pretty recently, and they were both in my release radar. This one was called Eyes Wide Shut, and it featured Avril Lavigne and Travis Barker, which was a surprise to see Avril Lavigne back in the circle at all.
Yeah, look at her go.
I would have never been surprised that Travis Barker featured on a Millennium song, but seeing Avril Lavigne come back was cool. It wasn't as I didn't think it was as good as Back to You. I didn't think it was as good as the All Time Low collab, but it was almost kind of more of like a rock song anyways. Like it wasn't really focused on like the EDM, and it was kind of hard to hear like the Millennium ishness of his own song, because it was like Travis Barker's known for the drums, obviously, so like it was a lot of drums
Mhm.
and just kind of like a rocky song. But I thought Avril Lavigne's voice was really good for it. I thought it kind of just sounded like your standard Avril Lavigne song, if I'm being honest, in a good way though. Like I did like it. I thought it was a good song. Not as good as the All Time Low mashup, but it was still pretty good. I enjoyed it.
And that's
I was
called.
happy to see Avril Lavigne still making waves.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I have nothing but love for that lady. She's a good.
Although to be honest,
lady.
she could be releasing music regularly, and I wouldn't know. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, that's true. Same. And that was called Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, like the
sex
what is
thing?
that? Isn't that like an orgy or something?
Yeah, it's like a
Like a rich people orgy?
yeah, it's like something from an old. There's a movie called that where like I don't know, some rich something about rich orgies. So okay,
Yep.
okay, interesting.
So if that doesn't pique your interest, nothing will.
Yeah, I mean,
And a rich people orgy with Avril Lavigne and Travis Barker.
I guess if you
look it
need
up.
to summon horny rich people, just put a speaker in your window and play this song. They'll show
I
up.
could use me a horny rich person.
Yeah, I think we all could. But all right, awesome.
Do you want to go next, or do you want? Because I've got twice as many songs as you. So how do you want to do for this?
So I guess you go ahead and squirt out another recommendation there, Rob. Go ahead.
All right. Well, another song or another band from that you and I have listened to for a while, Breathe Carolina. And they started out with that like I don't even know what you would call that, but it's very scene type metal where it's like very pop EDM, but also really heavy screaming music was how they came onto the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we know Sellouts, like that's a good song,
Sellouts is
good
a
heavy
great
song from them. But I don't know how much you've listened to them over the past like 5 or more years, because like every once in a while they show up in my recommends in one way or another, and they've definitely shifted towards mostly EDM, and they've got some good songs. Like I have a couple other songs, their newer songs in my playlist, but they apparently released a song called Sick, and I guess the way you described Dummy, it's kind of the same, like a really good dance song. I thought it would be really fun at a concert, just that kind of song where you just like want to jump around, and it's not like heavy or anything, just kind of just dancey.
Yeah.
A good dancey song. I thought it was, but I also did think it was a little generic. I wouldn't be able to like tell you what it reminds me of, and I wouldn't be able to like sing it to you because it's just all EDM, obviously. But like yeah, like there was just that part in the refrain when I just kept like it kept ringing a bell every time it came up. I was like, oh, I've heard this before.
Yeah, I've heard it. I get what
Oh,
you're
you
saying.
did? Was it in yours?
No, I've just heard it. Maybe in my Discover Weekly or something like that. But I get what you're saying. It kind of gives me like oh, you know, like in the John Wick movie where he's like in a nightclub, like that kind of scene where they're having a shootout in a nightclub, but people
Okay,
dancing are
yeah,
unaware of the shootout that's happening or the chase that's happening.
yeah,
It reminds me of
yeah.
like at least the upbeat part reminds me of that.
Have
Like,
you seen that video on Instagram where the guy, it's that Tony whatever dude, he's like, when you're the only one at the nightclub who notices John Wick quote unquote working, and it's like got the lights flashing and music playing, and he's like jumping up and like yeah yeah, then he like looks over, he's like wait whoa whoa whoa, he's like, are you seeing this?
no.
But yeah, you're right. That is a good description of that song.
Yeah. But
I'm glad you knew what that song was.
it is pretty different from their old stuff for sure.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
like kind of like
Because
like
they,
two totally different styles of music. Like no words or
yeah,
anything. It just seems like they're like house party music almost.
yeah, kind of. I kind of like that shift for them. Like, if they would have shifted towards just rock, I would have been cool with that too. But they shifted towards the EDM side of their mix. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
Could there have been worse shifts in bands in the music industry? There's been some bands that have totally changed to
Yeah, that
absolute
is a good
trash.
point. And I will get to one of those eventually. Actually,
So, well, how about first I move on to one of mine?
you knock yourself out there, pal.
Okay, pal. Thanks, pal. For me, so my next one was, and I guess I don't really know how old this band is, but it's Past the Past by New Medicine. Was a new.
Oh, New Medicine. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly how old their stuff is. I'm actually looking right now, but that felt like okay. So 2014. So they're not that old, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's
Yeah.
not that old, but still, for me, I just remember listening to them back when we were going to Warped Tour and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
back in those days.
I could never get into them. I know you and Isaac both really got into them, but I couldn't do it for some reason.
they've got. I have several
they
of their
just-
songs in my playlist.
Like, I would be able to sing along with their songs, how much I've heard them from you guys, but I don't like have any of them saved to any of my stuff.
Well, I liked Past the Past. I think. I mean, it's just I don't know how you classify New Medicine. I kind of give it like a punk rock kind of band,
Uh-huh.
I guess. But it kind of got like that vibe where it's kind of a downer song, and it's like a heavier, I don't know, darker kind of beat, if that makes sense. But
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
but for it being new music, I mean, it seems like a lot of the bands that we listened to, 10 years ago, have totally different sound now. So they still have a fairly similar sound. So I liked it actually. I thought it was a good song, but
Nice.
it was just kind of more of like a song about a guy who's just stuck in the past with all the bad things he did in his past and can't so that's the whole all the words, that's what he's singing about. But I liked it for the beat and for how the music was done, so not too shabby. I assume you probably haven't heard that one since you don't really listen to them.
Yeah, they're not ones that pop up very often for me. Also, yeah, I have friends here that like them too, so I do get my fair dose of, no pun intended, New Medicine. But
oh man,
Jinkies,
you
schnockers,
yeah go
got them again.
But yeah, they've got, I don't know, I haven't gone through and actually listened to their music in a little while, but they've got a few songs definitely that I like. Rich Kids is a good one. Fire is a really good one.
Yep.
But,
That one and Breaking the Model are the ones that I would definitely be able to sing along with.
yeah. So, but yeah, that's a hot spoonful of new medicine there for you.
Ugh.
But
I need a spoonful of new sugar to help the spoonful of new medicine go down. Am I right?
that new
Mary
medicine.
Poppins fans, where are you at?
Where are you at? Probably Mary Poppins was actually into new medicine very heavily. Just
Oh, I'm sure. Dude, I remember back in the day when I used to work, where I first worked, when I moved to North Carolina, there was, I don't even remember how it came up, but I was just standing around watching TV with some of those guys, and like this really, like, not really old, I don't know why I said really, but like this like mid-50s, like badass black dude was for some reason bringing up Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, or he said something about like the
Wow.
car or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He's like, he looks at me, he's like, how do you know about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? It's like, who doesn't know about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
yeah, it's
But I
Dick
feel like
Van
that
Dyke.
got me some seniority cred.
Nice.
I think made me happy.
Thanks, Mom.
Mom and B.
Yeah, first movie I've ever
Putting
watched.
in
I had an
work.
intermission.
Oh yeah, intermissions. Wow.
Yeah, but there's still some. I'll still quote some songs from that movie for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's never gonna die.
yeah. That was a good movie. Definitely a childhood classic, guys. And it's a musical movie, so it fits in.
Yeah.
What we're talking about
my
right now.
word.
So-
Unintentional crossover episode.
Yeah, so we're actually, next week's guest host is Dick Van Dyke. We have to kind of wheel him in here on a gurney.
I think he might be dead.
No, he's alive.
Oh, is he really? Okay, cool.
I'm
Good for
pretty
him.
sure he was just in like a fairly new movie. I was watching the movie. I was like, oh,
There's
my
no way.
goodness. Yeah, dude. Yes.
Because he was like 40 in that movie, and that was from like the 20s.
Yeah, he's old, man, but he was in the
He might be.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah,
that,
he's 97. Wow.
yeah, in the Mary Poppins that came out 2 or 3 years ago. He's in it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Was that only 2 or 3 years ago? I feel like it was more than that.
Maybe 4, but
Yeah, 97.
yeah,
Good job, Dick Van Dyke.
yeah, he's doing it.
You're an American classic.
Yeah, so he'll be here because I'm not driving ahead.
Yeah, if he wants it that bad, he can show up.
And I would assume he does. I mean, a man as low in popularity compared to us as he is, he needs the clout
Yeah.
for sure.
We'll give him that boost.
But anyways, new medicine, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Dick Van Dyke, the usual, the usual grouping. So, what do you got for me, Rob? Give me 2.
Give you 2.
Give me
well,
2.
My favorite EDM outfit. Can you guess who that would be?
Favorite EDM outfit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna guess Skrillex.
No. That'd be a good guess though.
Okay,
But
okay.
no.
Let me think. Your favorite EDM? I'm trying to think to your. I know Logic is always your top in Spotify. I'm trying to think who else is in the top.
That's
Um,
they were in my top 5 actually this past year.
I don't know.
They either had one of my top 5 songs or the top 5 artists.
Who have you tried getting me to go see? I bet you've tried to get me to go see him before.
I don't think I tried to get you.
Oh well,
I've
then
seen
I don't
them,
know. I don't know. What? Who is it?
but Odessa.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
Yeah. Odessa, my all-time favorite
Oh,
EDM outfit, but Skrillex would be close behind for sure.
what was the Odessa song? Because I had one in mind as well.
It was the All We Need. Was that the one you had? It was All We Need, and it was because All We Need is their own song, and then they remixed it for this, I guess, like deluxe album. So they released an album back in 2022, and so they just released like the deluxe album or whatever, and there were a couple remixes on there.
No.
All We Need is from the In Return album,
Oh no,
like
mine.
one of their first albums.
I guess mine was they remixed the Sudan Archives song "Selfish Soul." They remixed it. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, the one I had was All We Need, and it was their own song and their own remix. And I really like the In Return album. That was when I got into them. Was that album?
Is it?
So like, the album does no wrong in my eyes, and this was just an upgrade. So I
Oh,
thought it was a
nice.
really good track, really good remix. Because that whole Inner Term album was like really, like just really chill EDM, like that kind of EDM that Odessa is known for. And this remix turns it into a little bit of a headbanger, which is really cool. Because I remember when I saw them, like I was just getting into them when I first got in. When I saw them, I was just starting to get into them. So like I wasn't like fully familiar with them, and like they started playing like some like wub wub stuff at the show, and I was like headbang. I was like, whoa, okay.
And
So yeah, that's kind of what they turned this song into, which I thought was really cool. I thought it was a really good remix.
nice. I'm glad it was
So
solid. 'Cause-
if you like Odessa and you like a little bit of dubstep, worth checking out.
okay, nice. Yeah, because earlier you had said that one band that you used to like totally changed and everything. I thought you were gonna say Odessa's just gone down the poop tubes, and
No,
I was gonna feel bad for it because I
no,
do know you love Odessa.
no.
Solid, nice.
Apparently, they are from. Well, that's an irrelevant fact that you wouldn't even care about. So moving on, I'm not gonna start naming all of our IRL friends on this podcast.
Oh yeah, they need to pay to play for sure.
Yeah, you got to earn your keep here.
All right, give me a second one.
Okay, well, yeah, that moves me out of. I mean, there was a surprising amount of EDM in my release radar, but of the ones that I picked and choose from, that moves me out of there. Have you ever listened to Movements, the band Movements?
Yeah, I might even have some of their stuff downloaded.
So like, they're definitely a name that I've seen around forever, and like I don't know why I haven't really tried listening to them. I just never did. But they released two singles, and the one that I got in my release radar was Lead Pipe, and it was actually I quite enjoyed it. It was like a song about not going back to a bad relationship, and like, you know, just moving on and helping yourself. The chorus was really catchy. It was like had me headbanging a little bit. I guess so I've actually been listening to like a lot of that. I don't know, I guess the internet's calling it Midwestern emo now. I don't know why they're calling it that, but like that general sound.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So I guess if a lot of the music that I'm listening to falls into that category, I guess they're not wrong.
Yeah, you are from the Midwest, so get friggin'.
And I am so emo.
You just got
rar
domed by Spotify, bro.
for real. Well, that what I was saying was that song kind of like fits that sound, and I quite enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah, weren't they at Bunbury our first year? Was that them I was there?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. It's possible.
Maybe.
I don't remember them.
I don't know. I thought they were, but I could have sworn they were at something we were at, they
might have been at a Warped Tour. I mean, they were definitely that Warped Tour scene for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely listened to them loosely, but maybe I'll go through and give them a listen.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like it was kind of making me think maybe I should be giving them a little more time.
Give them a little ear sampling,
because it was not a bad jam.
Nice, right on, dude. All right, I'm gonna move into out of the kind of punk rock kind of scene that New Medicine was, but I got a song that was a really good slow song. I really liked it. It's called "Where Does Your Spirit Go?" And crap, I was looking at Movement stuff to see if I recognized it, and I gotta go back to my playlist. But this was a good. Oh yeah, the Kid Laroi, Laroi.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know the Kid Laroi.
Okay. Yeah, I'd never heard of him before, but I don't know.
He has that really popular song with Justin Bieber, and I want to say maybe even Post Malone, but yeah, he got really popular.
Wow, big man, big old britches. But it was about like a guy dying, and so it's just the song by the Kid Laroi singing to that guy, I guess, that died. Um, but I mean, it's all piano. But the vocals are really good. I really like the guy's voice. The vocals were really good. The words were really good. So I don't know if you need a good sad song or if you like slower music or have a slow
Sounds
music
emotional.
playlist. Yeah. Or if you're like about to cry and you're like, I need to get over that tipping point, I guess. I don't know, give
Full send.
yeah, give Where Does Your Spirit Go by the Kid Leroy, right? Is that what I said? The Kid Leroy, yeah.
Yep, you did.
So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a pretty slow, all piano song. So you really got to be at least for me, I need to be in a specific mood to listen to that kind of music. Like usually
Same.
Usually my go-to
Yeah.
is something that's way more upbeat and heavier or something. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I like this song and I don't know. I don't have any playlist that would be appropriate to sing this in. But
Fair enough.
you know, it's a pretty solid. It's pretty good.
That's not.
Pretty good bass.
Just a little bit.
So yeah,
Fair enough.
that's my
I didn't know he made. I didn't know he was close enough. Like had enough range to do the piano kind of music. Because like I said, he has that one really popular song with Justin Bieber. So I guess that was the only thing I know him for. Now that I'm thinking about it.
yeah.
So like I just thought he was like a happy pop artist. But good for him.
I guess your boy's got some range in his belt.
He's got a good toot arsenal for sure.
Well, yeah, that's my one. So that's my slow one that I had, my sad one.
A little bit of a bammer.
Like I said, my release radar was a little all over the place. Most of it wasn't good. I had a few live ones, like where they're recorded live at like a concert, and I freaking hate those.
Yeah,
those.
I can never enjoy those. Like, am I supposed to feel like I'm at the concert or something? Like,
yeah,
like, am I supposed to enjoy this because it's a lower audio quality and there's crowd noise? Like,
yeah, drives me
Okay.
crazy. So I've always hated that. Like there would be like back before I had Spotify Premium, I would like do like YouTube and shuffle YouTube videos and stuff.
yeah.
And those would and it was when I was working as a cook. So those would come up and I'd be busy and like, this is so stupid. I love this song, but I hate this version of it. I can't do anything
Yeah.
about it. I'm busy. So
You're hearing them go like, Phoenix, thank you. Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not in Phoenix.
you are not welcome for the experience you just gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can relate.
Anyways,
Anyways.
go ahead, my man.
So did you get any Crown the Empire in your release radar?
I did not, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, they just came out with a new album.
Oh, a
And
whole new
I've
album.
definitely jammed some. I've definitely jammed a lot of their music in the past, and so I saw that pop. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And it featured, the guy's name was Remington Leith or Leith, Leith.
Remington Leith.
I assume he's the lead singer because I looked him up. It said he was with Palais Royale,
Yeah.
the band similar music to Crown the Empire.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Oh.
I was expecting a little better from them
Yeah, especially
because,
with Palais
like I said,
Royale.
I've jammed. Yeah, and I've jammed their music in the past.
Uh-huh.
So like I was like, oh, cool, new Crown the Empire.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the whole new album, so I guess I'm not trying to jump the gun, but I just got what the radar gave me.
Yeah.
But that song, it was a little disappointing. It was almost trappy, almost like a little bit of too many hi-hats and cymbal beats, and like a little poppy. It wasn't very rock. It wasn't rock. I would not call it rock.
That's very not punk rock of you, dude.
Yeah, very not pop or punk rock of Ukraine the Empire.
Yeah. So what? I mean, they were at Warped Tour. Was it the last year?
Yeah.
That was the last year?
It was because I remember we were like walking behind them,
Yeah, we heard
like
almost their
behind
whole
their
set.
set.
We almost heard their whole set. Remember?
Yeah,
Because
because that venue was laid out so poorly we couldn't move.
yeah, they switched out how they did the venue, so you were pretty much just standing still. But we didn't make it to
Oh, that was so terrible.
we didn't make it to Millennium because
Yeah, no, we didn't.
because we got it. That was probably their grand finale, and we finally got through there. Because I
That was
always
the song
remember,
that got me into them.
yeah, that's the song that got me into them too. Probably the same for a lot of people. But let's see here. Let's see where it ranks on there. I've got them pulled up. So wow, it's not even in
Do
their
some
top
Crown the
five.
Empire research. Ooh, we are so OG.
Yeah,
dude.
we're like wow, their top one. I'm seeing one with 18 million, but then the rest are in the millions.
What's the top one?
Blurry, and
I don't
and then
think I know that one.
there's another one from the same album, What I Am, that has 17 million. But there's another one with 1 million, 1.5 million, 439,000. So it really is not a lot.
They're trying. They're trying.
Yeah. Too bad. I mean, I like their old stuff. At least.
I guess I wouldn't say I know Crown the Empire. I just know that one of the album that has that dude with like the gas mask or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's one off like that Shattered Blue album or like Spirally Blue album or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I know that. I know like one song off that. So
yeah. Well, it's probably.
I'm not a huge fan, but I did expect better. I will say that.
Yeah. It was. That's too bad. I had high hopes, especially because I mean I don't listen to Palais Royale or however you say their name.
Yeah,
but,
me neither.
I can name one song though that or I don't know if I could actually name it, but I know the song because it's in the meme playlist that we have. But that I really like. What is it? It's like Golden or something. I don't know. But and that song was really good. So when you said who it was with, I expected better.
Got your hopes up.
Too bad. What else did you have?
Okay. I also enjoyed a song from Vic Mensa, who I also don't really listen to very often, a rapper. Swish, but the first S is a money sign, because, ballin'.
Yeah, that's...
Swish featuring G-Eazy and Chance the Rapper. So I'm a decent G-Eazy fan, and I do enjoy Chance. So I was looking forward to this. It was a good song. It was super catchy. It was a good beat. He had a couple good bars on it. Like he said, fist looked like Thanos, got way too many stones, which, hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Where are those stones? He also had a line that said, sorry to the police, man, I thought we was racing. Which, cool.
Nice.
Fun. I like that. But the beat was really good. I don't know who makes Vic Mensa's beats, but it was really good. Everyone's flow on that was really good. G-Eazy did a really good job. Chance's verse was really good. I like Chance's voice. He has that like slightly squeaky, raspy voice.
Yeah.
And it worked really well on this beat. So it was definitely a good song. I enjoyed it. I listened to it like 2 or 3 times because I was like, yeah, I'm taking notes on this one.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good song. I like that.
Well, I'm glad you're getting some solid beats.
I don't know that I... Huh?
So I'm glad you're getting some solid beats.
Well, I'm listening to music like all day during the week.
Same here.
Well, listen to better music. I don't know.
I guess so.
But I don't listen to Vic Mensa very often. So
yeah, I don't even.
I guess
really
it was more the
recognize
fact that I guess it was more that it had Jeezy and Chance the Rapper on it that they knew to recommend it to me, and I'm glad they did. It was a good song.
Nice. Well,
all right, you're up, pal.
All right, I'm up, pal. All right. So I had one in my playlist called "Alone in the Mountains" by Goth Babe, and that title with that name, what you're picturing is like exactly what the song sounded like.
Yeah, it sounds intense.
It was just like sad indie kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah. But
that's what I was picturing.
It was like good, kind of like almost like road trip kind of music. Like if you were alone in a little mountain road trip and you listen to the song, it fits pretty well. I mean, the cover art especially just
I
completes
dig
the
it. I dig it.
ensemble.
It sounds like something I could enjoy.
Yeah. So I'm into that, like indie. I don't know, alt rock. I don't know what to call it, but I like that. That's like the other main genre I probably listen to. Honestly, is that pop punk, and then I get into that alt rock kind of, or I don't know what to call the other music I listen to. I'm terrible at identifying. I don't know too. So
Well, no matter what you say, someone's gonna say it's wrong.
yeah. So
I just kind of speak in general terms and hope it works.
yeah, but so that song, that style of music, I guess that's where I'm feeling it. So, but
Yeah.
I thought it was, I don't know, I didn't really have much to say about it because it really is just a pretty, I don't know, average song. But it like I like those road trip playlists. That's actually like when we give our song recommendation today. That's actually what I'm gonna recommend, one of my road trip songs. But so it'd be a good road trip when you're out cruising kind of song for sure.
I need those kind of songs, especially as many times I'm gonna be traveling up home this summer.
Yeah. So yeah, I recommend it. Throw it into your road trip playlist, son. But maybe listen to it when you're a little more awake because it is slower. So you might just be like, ugh.
Well, yeah. I also drive through a lot of mountains on my way home.
Oh
so
my goodness! And you're
vibe
alone in the
equals matched.
car, bro.
And I'm a goth babe.
Bro. That's
My
wild.
nipples, my pierced nipples bursting through my shirt.
They have, and steering the car for you.
As nipples do.
As pierced nipples do. Nori nipples don't have any special powers.
Yeah, they don't have those extra little grippies.
Yeah, so if you've got pierced nips, I recommend this song to you. So, which I assume, based on my demographic research, roughly 50% of our listeners have pierced nipples.
At least 50%, probably the majority.
And I know you do, and if me and you are the
all
only
three
listeners,
of my nipples are pierced.
Yeah. So that's compensating for the other people that don't have them. So.
Yeah. Someone out there is getting away with one free nipple not being pierced, so you're welcome.
All right, well, that was my my last one that I recommend. I've got one more that was...
Oh, wow. I've got 3 left.
I've got words to say about my last one. Not really like that much to say. It's just...
All right,
yeah.
I like it.
All right, so that's all I've got for that song. So, yeah, give me your next 2, my man.
Well, I mean, as long as we're talking like chill, a little bit gloomy, a little bit sadder rock, as we have been a little bit the past couple songs. Have you ever heard of Spanish Love Songs? I feel like I've added 1 or 2 of their songs to a playlist in the past.
Yeah, you've got some in the playlist.
Yeah. I got into them when I first moved down south. I don't know how I found them, but like I found a couple of their songs and quite enjoyed it. And this is a little bit different than what I found them from. Like a little bit different than the songs that got me into them. Like I said, it was a little gloomy. The EP they just released was actually called Doom and Gloom Sessions, if that tells you anything.
Interesting.
So, the song is called Now It's On. It's a very melancholy song, and it's all about moving through life's hard times. It's all about like leaving. It says now it's on because he left the porch light on. And from what I could tell, it was like about him leaving the porch light on for himself when he comes back from the rain and the bad times. There's always a safe space for him to go back to, which I enjoyed.
Right.
I didn't add it to my playlist or anything, but it was a good song. I like his voice, and I like their lyrics. I like the way they write. So it was definitely enjoyable, even if it was a little bit of a tearjerker.
Little bit of tears.
A real spot of tears on this song.
So Spanish love songs, because I'm trying to think of what song you put in the playlist, but is most of their music this kind of like acoustic, slower
No,
music?
they're I hesitate to call them pop punk because they really aren't. Um, Let me see. Well, let's see what their Spotify or what they call themselves on Spotify. Um, they don't acknowledge what they are on Spotify. I hate it when they do that.
That's where I was looking.
It's a little closer to indie, but it's
Okay.
still a little. It maybe a little emo, maybe a little indie. I don't know. Like I said, I speak very generally in music terms when it comes to describing bands, unless they're very obviously what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I try not to put labels on things.
Yeah. I don't want to get tied down to like one genre.
Yeah,
I like to explore all the genres.
honestly, I don't see genres, to be totally honest.
That's very progressive of you. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm trying my hardest to get there.
Yeah, well, you probably won't ever. It took several years of concentrated effort just to get
You're
to
really
where
good
I'm
at
at
this.
today. Yeah. So, but yeah, I remember like listening to I know I've listened to some of their songs because you've added some then, and I've liked their music.
I mean, their
so-
lyrics have always like they're like one of those bands that are out like a really almost like upbeat kind of tune, but the lyrics when you listen to them, you're like, eesh. Like the song that got me into them was like different people's point of views. Like the one kid's dad OD'd on his living room couch, and the other guy went to prison, and like all these different like life stories. But it's like a really catchy song, so I enjoyed it as much as I can relate to it.
Yeah, just spoke to you.
Yeah, but yeah. So I guess the lyrical content isn't that different from their past. But I haven't really gone through their whole discography either. I'm not speaking from a broad understanding of their music.
Yeah, sure. But all right, nice. What's your second one then?
So this is the band that I said has varied all over the place in their sound, in their exploration of themselves as a band.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Wolfmother?
Yeah,
Like Joker and the Thief.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't they
Woman.
sing Joker and the Thief?
Yeah.
So yeah, I know them from
So-
that.
That's the kind of music that I enjoy from them. And then like I remember around Corona time, they started doing like EDM
Really?
and like yeah, like really poppy. It was not good. And it wasn't good EDM either. It was like, why you shouldn't have tried this. Stay at home.
Wow.
It was pretty bad. But they came out with a new song called Stay a Little Longer, and they definitely are getting back to that original sound that people knew them for back in the day, which was good because, like I said, that was not good music. But
Yes.
it reminded me of like even like his voice even sounded exactly like Greta Van Fleet if you listen to them.
No, not really.
Kind of like Greta Van Fleet always reminds me of like AC/DC, like that like 70s type rock.
Yeah.
And but Wolfmother, the lead singer, his voice sounded just like Greta Van Fleet. I was like, oh, is this Greta Van Fleet? And I looked, I was like, oh, Wolfmother's making rock music again.
Yeah.
All right.
That's kind of strange how they can go from making EDM to just totally back to this style of music.
They realized what they did.
Yeah.
They wanted out.
What's it? That's
But they had like, have you ever noticed those songs where like I specifically think of like Green Day's new music. They do this a lot where it feels like they wrote a chorus so that they could in concert be like, all right, sing this. You sing this part. It's just, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
So it's like very obviously written for just like a call and echo in a concert.
Yeah.
That's kind of what their chorus was in this song. So it wasn't like a great song, but it was not EDM. So I'm
Yeah.
happy. Not that I'm a huge Wolfmother fan either, but like
Yeah, I could.
I do enjoy
know
that
is,
kind of rock too.
All I know is Joker and the Thief. I don't know any of the other Any other
I know a
music from
couple of
them?
their songs. But yeah, stay. Oh, I don't know if I even said it. The song was called "Stay a Little Longer."
Yeah, you did. You said it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad song. The chorus is a little basic, but it was a good song. Back to their original sound, so I was happy to see that.
Yeah. It does definitely have like that older rock and roll kind of sound.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I liked them.
Nice. That's a solid song. If people are in, I don't know, like that fits really well into that. I don't know. It
I
gives
feel
me
like
rock
Greta.
and roll vibes. I'm sure like people who listen to rock and roll are pretentious about what rock and roll really is, and if they heard that, maybe they'd be like, "How dare you?"
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like Greta Van Fleet got really popular, and I feel like I remember when I first saw them coming onto the scene, I was like, this, like I said, it reminds me of AC/DC, and like they really nail that old classic rock song sound.
yeah, were you not a
But
good
but they're a
singer?
new band. They're a new band,
Yeah,
and
2006.
well, I think he's a good singer.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like, I think they sing well, but like you think of
They don't
like
have that like classical voice.
yeah, or you think of like AC/DC, like that guy's voice
Yeah.
isn't actually a good voice, but it just works really well with like rock and roll, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I feel like old rock like purists would be able to appreciate Greta Van Fleet just because they really do a really good job of that with that genre,
Yeah.
and they're new. So like I feel like it could be introducing people to bands like Wolf Mother or older. Wolf Mother hasn't been around that long, but they're older than Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah. Are they? Really? Oh. I like Greta Van Fleet with more. I really don't listen to Greta Van Fleet, so I don't know anything about it.
I don't either. I guess I'm talking out of my butthole.
You'll be my Greta Van Fleet's Fingali.
What you said? Greta Van Fleet was their first album was 2004.
2006 was Wolf Mother's first.
Oh,
I think it was 2006.
yeah. That's what I just looked at. Yeah, it was 2006, and Greta Van Fleet's first album was 2017. So yeah.
Really? Wow, I didn't realize they were that new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just came to my city over the summer. I don't know them well enough to have paid a ticket for it, but I was itching for a concert and I almost went.
itching for a concert. I feel that, dude. Feel that, brother. All right,
If
yeah.
only there was a good tour going on that we could both go to together.
If only there were all the bands I liked decided to do concerts in the parking lot of the apartment complex I live in. That way I don't have to drive very far for it.
Wouldn't that be neat?
That would make the most sense for them. So
You just got to pay them a couple grand.
yeah,
I'm sure it'll work.
and I've got it. I definitely can burn that for sure. But yeah, so that's a solid pickup. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that. I listened to it while you were talking a little bit. That was pretty good. I mean, with the cover
nice.
art that it has, you can't really do anything other than old rock and roll style kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So-
that is true.
But
But you saw what I was saying about the chorus being just like
yeah,
clearly written for. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's what everyone does, but like when I hear that kind of chorus, that's just what it makes me think.
yeah. I think like bands like Our Last Night, when they do make their own music, sometimes like those kind of bands, I feel like definitely. I don't know, that just Our Last Night's personality, but there are definitely a lot of bands that we have seen like at Warped Tours and stuff like that that
Mhm.
write songs purely for crowding. And Our Last Night was super into like how
But their original music is. So I had one of their covers in my release radar,
I
and I
did
wanted
too.
to talk about it.
I did
I wanted
too.
to talk about it because man, I miss their original music. I hate their covers.
Yeah.
They're so like I used to really like their covers. They used to do good covers, and now their covers is all they do, and the covers aren't even that good.
Yeah.
I've never heard they covered a country song, and I've never heard it. But like I was just like, this is not a good song.
What was the
I wish they would make original music.
what was the one that
The-
you had in your release radar?
It was actually called Last Night.
Yep, that's
it
what
was
I had.
originally a Morgan Wallen song.
Yep. And like I was listening to it, I'm like, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, as far as covers go, it's fine. Like
I guess. I don't know what the original sounds like, but like
don't either.
it's I don't know. It was just not a song that I was like, oh yeah, that's good stuff.
yeah,
Because I do have a lot of their covers in a lot of my playlists.
Yeah, I've got some of their
and
covers
I like
too.
songs and everything.
But that one, that I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, another cover. I actually didn't know it was a cover until
I just assume they all are now because I've fallen for it too many times. I'm like, oh, this is original music. And then I'm like, wait a second. And I Google the lyrics, and sure enough.
I was listening to my playlist this morning that came up, and I was just like, I'll bet this is a cover. And then weirdly enough, I got an Instagram reel from our last night today, and it said, go listen to our new cover. And it was last night. And I'm like,
dude, like, their original music is so good. Like, I got into them because, like, I enjoyed their covers while I got into them, but I got into them because of their original, like the Younger Dreams album.
Yeah,
I loved that album.
I've
enjoyed all of their albums.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a detour, but I miss OG.
Our last night. Since you're listening, because you promised, go back to making original music, please.
Work with us, dude. We'll write some lyrics.
Yeah.
I can be poetic.
And then we'll review it on here, and you'll get mad.
We'll see how it goes.
It'll make you mad stacks. What?
Win.
Wow. All right, Rob, if I may. Well, I guess, what a segue into me complaining about a song I got in my playlist.
Oh, okay.
I really don't even have that much to say about it. But so it was a song called Loser Kid 2.0. And
okay, I thought it was gonna be the Our Last Night song.
No. I didn't even put that on my list. But the thing that bummed me out the most about it is that Simple Plan.
You didn't say who made it.
Oh, by Busted. But Simple Plan was on there. Like, was it
Busted?
Featured?
I've never even heard of Busted.
No, but okay. Here's what the song is. It's like super whiny. I was a nerd in high school, and I wore like they have like a line about how they wore their sister's hand-me-down jeans, and like that kind of like super whiny, like life is so terrible for them. But they're singing it like they're in high school, but they at least sound like grown men. And I was like, you sound 40.
They're well into their 30s.
Yeah,
at least well into their 30s.
Yeah, and then I'm like, why did you drag Simple Plan into this? Because they created music like this, but they made it like iconic. Like, I'm just a kid. Like,
they were also teenagers when they made those songs,
and they were teenagers, and they did it right. Like, why would you drag one of the classic Warped Tour pop punk kind of bands into your stupid music? I actually don't know what the rest of their music is, but I was just like, I was listening to the song, and I'm like, this is really annoying to listen to, but I'm listening through all of them so I can just get the full idea of what's in my release radar. I'm like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. So I wrote it down. Bummer. But yeah, I think they were trying.
What was the band called?
Busted. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
And they, I think what it sounded like is like guys in maybe their 30s or whatever that listened to Simple Plan when they were young, and that's the kind of music they like, and so they made that kind of music, but they're still trying to make that kind of music, and they're just too old for it. It doesn't have the same effect. I'm sorry.
That sucks.
This is not an all-inclusive podcast. That song,
to be honest,
sucked.
I didn't get into Simple Plan until I was like in my 20s. And by then, like their core message about being a kid and life is hard as a kid, it didn't really click with me. So I've genuinely never enjoyed Simple Plan. Like I think I have one of their newer songs in my playlist, and that's about it.
I listened to them back when I was a teenager, and then I did listen to them forever, and then there was like that TikTok trend where it was like the people like grown up posing, and then it would it would drop with the "I'm just a kid" and it would switch back to the photo that they're recreating. And so I went back and it's in one of my playlists. I think it's in my Toast and James playlist. Just a kid, because I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to it in forever, but I'm sure it'll leave my playlist eventually when I over listen to it again. I'm
fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, not enjoyable. So But still, go listen to it, everyone, so you know what I'm complaining about.
I'm definitely gonna listen to it. I want to know.
It just made me feel weird listening to it. I'm like, I'm 24 and I'm listening to the song, and if I feel like maybe if I was like 14, I'd be like, yeah, these guys get it.
You have to wonder. You have to. That's how I feel about listening to the new Good Charlotte too. Because their big song was Rich and Famous, or like one of their big songs.
Yeah, Anthem
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous,
song,
and now they're rich and famous.
Yeah, right.
So like it's hard to believe that they are writing relatable music.
Yeah.
So that's why I like bands that we grew up listening to. I like it when they I do enjoy when they change sounds and lyric, like message content and all that.
Yeah, it's
the right move.
It is hard to listen to, like you said, like listen to those songs that are big names now, and they're just like, I'm never gonna be what they want me to be. And
yeah,
I
it's
know,
like, dude, you're
like,
40.
Yeah,
you are what you're gonna be.
Yes. So I just, but that's Steven's hot take, right? Hot takes on a hot pile of junk.
I remember last week. So for those listening still, the episode that didn't come out was a review of NF's new album, and in general we were very positive about it because I like NF and Steve was just along for the ride, I think.
Yeah.
So in general, the consensus was not a bad album, and then I saw a couple other reviews online about how bad the album was. I was like, huh, we need to be a little more critical, I think. So there's our critical takes for the night.
Yeah, I can do it when I want to.
Yeah, I can be mean. I can be a grumpus.
You know what? Just to prove myself, I'm gonna start cyberbullying this band's social media pages.
Yeah, dude. Busted. They don't know what's coming for them.
Yeah.
Busted sucks, dude. You heard it here first.
Yeah, this is gonna be
I've never heard of this band, but I know
viral.
that they're trash.
This is gonna be a clip that goes
Watch
viral.
it be like a dude that lives in the same town as me and like he finds me.
Or it's actually like a 14-year-old. And it's just like
some like breaking down in tears.
And then
dude,
his whole high school finds out about our episode and just uses it to bully him.
Dude, I was playing Ultimate Frisbee a couple weeks ago, and like this 14, 15-year-old kid showed up, and like, to be fair, he'd been dropping everything that was thrown to him that night.
Oh.
And so like he had a wide open, easy catch in the end zone, and I didn't realize it, but I just started yelling, "Drop it, drop it, drop it!" And then he dropped it, and I turned around. I was like, I probably shouldn't be rooting for like a child to lose.
Yeah.
I felt really bad as soon as I did it.
Nice.
So that's kind of what we're doing now, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry, Busted. I don't know. Do we mean it? Who knows?
If you're 14, we don't mean it. If you're 40, I wholeheartedly mean what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you're 40, come find me.
Yeah. So, anyways, give me your last one, Rob.
The last one, it's positive. Sorry.
Okay. Encouraging Caleb?
Positive, encouraging Caleb. I don't even remember the call sign. I don't remember the numbers. 90 something.
Yeah.
That's all I know. Anyways, positive review for throwback episode, Some Butt Rock.
Nailed it.
Stained without the E. Stained.
Really?
Yeah, they came out. I didn't know they were still making music.
Yeah.
They came out with a song called Lowest in Me. And they are a band that has not really switched their style, at least according to this single, but B is still doing a really good job of it.
Nice.
Because it was I really enjoyed it. It was a good 2000 style rock song, pretty heavy when it needed to be, but still had those gravelly vocals that Stain and that butt rock genre is known for. And they had a really good breakdown, a very nice, heavy, enjoyable, ooh yeah, I wanna mosh it out a little bit kind of breakdown. So
yeah,
GG Stained.
Was
Way
that
to round out our
that voice that butt rock has with that like man voice singing the rock.
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh,
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It was a good song. It was
Nice.
an enjoyable rock song from Stained. Good to know they're still making music. I'm not. I guess I could name you maybe 3 Stained songs, but
Glad to
I know that
hear
they're
it.
old, so it's cool to see that they are making some music.
Yeah. Nice. All right. Well,
So yeah, that's our Discover Weekly, the roundup. I feel like we could do this again,
yeah. I mean, hopefully it
or not Discover Weekly, Release Radar.
release radar. Yeah. Hopefully the release radar might. Hopefully that refreshes fairly often because
Yeah,
I actually never really
it's
listened
every
to it.
Friday.
Okay.
It's every Friday. Mine's usually pretty good,
Mine is
but I guess mine wasn't as disappointing as yours was.
no. It's and like I'm being serious. Like I listened to all the music and I was just like, man, I really like.
Yeah.
I added Alone in the Mountains and like, yeah, I listened to that kind of music, but like it still wasn't like my favorite of all those ones I've heard. Like there's lots of other songs in that kind of genre that I like a lot better. So I'm like, I need at least 5 to talk about, and one of them I'm roasting. I'm like, I'm not gonna do 2 roasts. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
just do a whole roast episode. I could
Maybe
have
we
done
need to
that
do
with
that.
my
We need to get our edge on.
yeah, I could have done that with this playlist, and then had one that was positive at the end.
We'll see. We'll see what we got in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we are definitely pushing our longest episode here, so we should wrap it up.
Yep. So I
On
want
the outro, what?
to give you my my recommendation.
Oh yeah, your goth babe-esque recommendation.
Well, road trip.
Oh yeah, road trip recommendation.
So this is from my wife's playlist because I listen to her playlist all the time. But it's called Chevrolet Van by the Nude Party. But I like it. It's a upbeat,
The New Party,
nude, like
the nude party.
yeah, like
Gucci Mama.
the best kind of party, like your eyes
Sounds
wide
like my
shut
kind of
party. That
Yeah.
Illenium was at this party.
Full circle moment.
Yeah. Perfect. But it's a good song. It's kind of a, just I don't know how to describe it. You just gotta listen to
Her
it.
kind
But
of music, yeah.
it's all
the
about
indie.
yeah. It's like yeah. So I let's do a good upbeat song talking about how they don't really care that they're not making money from their music. They're just living life kind of song. So it's a fun road trip song. That's my suggestion.
What's it called?
Yours. Chevrolet Van by the Nude Party.
The Nude Party.
Talking about
Yes, sir.
exposed boobies.
We're gonna see some boobies.
All right. What do you got for me?
I posted this song on my story the other day. I don't know if you saw it.
I probably
Slackface by YTK, kind of like a chill hip hop. I found him I found this song specifically. I haven't listened to any of his other music, but I found Slackface on just like a random Instagram video recommending like some underground rap, and it struck a chord. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Okay.
And I listened to it like multiple times in a row when I found it on Instagram, and then I posted it to my story. Like, yeah, this is some good stuff. So Slackface by YTK.
And what?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. If you enjoy that like chill hip hop, real smooth flow, this is the song for you.
Nice. Well, there you have it. Tutors.
Chevrolet Van and Slackface.
Yep.
Those are the songs for the week.
Put our toots in
Listen
your ears.
to them and get back. Get back to us.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks with another fresh, hot freezer
Toots.
bag full of toots that we've saved over the past few weeks. So, all right. Catch you guys later in the next episode.
Catch you later, tutors.
Toot you later, brother.